Also, we talked about Riyaa. Riyaa, which is Shirk Sagir. We got Shirk Akbar. Then we got Shirk Sagir. Okay? This is the major shirk. This is the minor shirk. Okay? Riyaa is considered a minor shirk. Riyaa is considered a minor shirk, a shirk sagir, because it is doing something for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Riyaa is to do things to be seen. The reason why we brought up the subject matter of Riyaa, or doing things to be seen, because we talked about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and race one another in good deeds. Well, I said it's a catch-22, right? Either you're doing it fi sabilillah, you're racing because you're trying to please Allah, or you're doing it to show off. It's a catch-22, right? So we talked about the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, I fear for my ummah Riyaa, right? Because it's very deceptive, it's very sneaky, like a black ant on a black night on a black rock. You can't see it, it comes in, right? They said that there's many men who start off with the right intention, right? I'm gonna do something good, or man, my intention to do this, but then Shaitan comes in the midst of them doing something, blows on them and switches their intention. So you can start off with the right intention, right? And then people start, celebrating you or praising you and whatnot. Obviously, you start getting, whatever. That's why the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, do not cut the back of your brother by praising him in front of him. Right? It's not good to say, oh, brother, man, mashallah, man, you the bomb, man, you the man, you this and that. Oh, yeah, I am. And he said, don't cut your brother's back. Right? Meaning don't allow him to get big-headed, because then his intention might change. He broke his back now, because at first he was doing it, he was strong, he was doing it physically a lot. But now because he's hearing these praises from the people, it messed him up. So now he's doing it for another reason. So we got to be very careful not to praise people in front of them. Say, don't break the back or break the back of your brother. Okay? So Riyaa, again, showing off, is to do things other than for the pleasure of Allah. You're doing it because the people are watching, or because I want to show off, or I want people to talk about me. You got to be very careful. Okay, and again, it's a catch-22 between showing off and then trying to please Allah. There's a hadith where there was one of the Sahabas, they were reading the Quran, and they were reciting the Quran. They didn't know that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was listening to him. So when the brother was reciting and he got to a certain part, the Prophet ﷺ gave him, the notion to stop, and he said, Alhamdulillah, you did a good job, And then the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I knew that you were listening to me reciting the Quran, I would have beautified my voice more. Not saying that he was doing it for Riyaa, because we know that the Prophet Muhammad said that to beautify your voice with the Quran is part of the Sunnah. So you want to beautify your voice, but at the same time you don't want to be showing off. So it's a catch-22. You got to balance yourself. You want to please Allah, and you want to, recite it the way it's supposed to be recited. You want to show the blessings that Allah is supposed to bless you to recite it the way that it's supposed to be recited. But you want to stay within the context of, man, you still want to stay humble. You still want to stay humble. Whatever it is that you're doing, you still want to stay humble and keep your intention intact, that you're doing it for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's nothing wrong, and a lot of people get this concept mixed up. There's nothing wrong with being confident in the deen. A lot of people misconstrue confidence with arrogance. No. If you are confident about something, if you really believe in something, then you're going to talk with authority, or you're going to talk with conviction because you believe in it. You're not going to bow down. You're not going to waver. You're going to talk with authority because you believe in this. You really believe in this. You really believe in this with your heart. So therefore, you're confident about what you're saying. Nothing wrong with being confident. There's nothing wrong with that. Arrogance, as Rasulullah said, there's a hadith where the Prophet said, anyone who has an inkling or even an ounce weight of Kibr, and this is the word for arrogance. The Arabic word for arrogance is Kibr. Kibr. Okay?
Oh,
Kibr. Okay? And this is where the word Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Akbar. If I put this in front, do like this, now it's Akbar. Okay? So Kibr comes from the word to say something is great, or to say something is profound. Allah is Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Okay? So to have Kibr is to say that you're great, or to think that you're great, or to be to have some type of arrogance. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in a hadith, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that anyone who has an atom's weight of Kibr in their heart, they won't be able to smell, let alone not go into paradise, but they won't be able to smell the scent of paradise, even though that scent can be smelled 700 miles away. So the person who has just an inkling in atom's weight, you can't even see an atom, right? You can't even weigh an atom. Anyone who has an atom's weight of Kibr inside their body, they won't even be able to smell the scent of paradise, although you can smell it 700 years away. So one of the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but some of us like to wear nice clothes, and some of us like to wear nice shoes. Is this Kibr? He said, no, this is not Kibr. For verily, one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Jamil, which means the most handsome, or the most beautifulest thing, or the thing which possesses all beauty or handsomeness. So one of the names of Allah is to be beautiful, and Allah loves beautiful things. He said, Kibr is pertaining to the deen, right? So Kibr is pertaining to the deen, and Kibr is pertaining to the belittling of your brother. Excuse my hand right here. So Kibr is pertaining to the deen, meaning someone tells you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, or the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, but you say, I don't care. I want to do what I want to do. Right? That's Kibr, that's arrogance. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do you not see those who have made their own nafs their God? Right? When you make your own nafs your God, meaning that you say, well, I don't care, I want to do what I want to do. Now you have made yourself a God because you have made your judgment over God's judgment. Okay? So Kibr is pertaining to the deen. Someone tells you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this. You say, I don't care, I want to do what I want to do. That's Kibr. Someone tells you, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, da, 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 da. You say, I don't care. That's stupid. I want to do what I want to do. That's Kibr. That's arrogance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran with regards to the first person that was arrogant. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said with regards to Shaitan. He said, فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. It said they all bowed down except Iblis. Abba wastakbara. Stakbara. Bara. It says he was arrogant. Astakbara. وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And he was of the kafirin. He was of the disbelievers. So for this one act of disobedience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala damned him to the hellfire. Now we know that before Shaitan made this one mistake, he was the Khalifa of the earth. Okay? Shaitan was the Khalifa. He was the head. He was the head of all the jinns. He was the most obedient of the jinns. Until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him to bow down before Adam. Before that day, he was the most obedient of the jinns. But for that one mistake, that one act of disobedience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him Rajim, the accursed. So we got to be very careful because we never know when there will be a certain thing that we could do and it could be all over with. Okay? So this is Kibr. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Kibr is an attribute of Shaitan. Right? Kibr is an attribute of Shaitan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't be like Shaitan. Don't be arrogant. Or Kibr is the belittling of your brother, to think that you're better than your brother, look down on your brother, to walk with your nose down or up with, on the next person, to belittle someone, to talk down on somebody. This is Kibr. Right? Because we never know how or in what state the next person is in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? We never know. You know what I'm saying? In our eyes, oh, he on there, he on there. But in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person could be a prince. In the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person could be a princess. Allahu Akbar, we don't know. Right? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He doesn't care about your money. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care about your clothes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care about your cars. The only thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cares about and looks at on the day of judgment is what? Your heart. Okay? The only thing you're going to bring on the day of judgment is your heart. And what's inside the heart? Your Islam, your Iman, right? Your faith, your taqwa. At-taqwa huna, at-taqwa huna. Rasulullah said, taqwa huna. He said, taqwa is here. Faith is here. Okay? So again, going back to the heart. Okay? Any questions?